Hello class, thank you for joining this meeting. Today's meeting is to discuss roles of science and technology in environmental challenges. And this is the outline of our discussions. First is science and technology. And the second is science, technology and environment. And the third is biosafety and scientific uncertainty. The first discussion, science and technology. What is the definition of science and technology? Science. The goal of science is often to describe, explain, and predict relationships that occur naturally. In other words, science tries to explain objects and events. For example, how do changes in the kind of soil affect how abundantly mushrooms grow? Technology. The goal of technology is to try and change the relationship that exists to achieve desirable result. In other words, technology tries to change objects and events. For example, how can we stop mushrooms from growing on lawns? To understand the difference between science and technology, we use the previous example. A scientist would attempt to explain how the changes in soil affect how abundantly mushrooms grow, and a technologist would attempt to develop ways to stop mushroom growth on lawns. These would have much in common. Often the information gathered by the scientist is used by the technologist to make a useful product. The second topic is science, technology, and environment. The environment is known as the natural world, the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal, plant, or any other thing operates. Science and technology have many impacts, both positive and negative, on the environment. How will the environment be affected by the scientific and technological ideas? Let's see the example of scientific and technological ideas with positive impact. Scientific found motion, acceleration, velocity, and technological ideas, drone technology. Drones are used in a wide range of civilian roles. Drones are already being used in domains like sustainability and scientific research, which offer up a world of possibilities in the future like transportation and delivery, monitoring and inspection of solar panels, wind turbines, and oil pipelines, sustainable agriculture and crop monitoring, land management and reforestation. Now let's see the example of scientific and technological ideas with negative impact. Scientific found motion, acceleration, velocity. Technological ideas, airplanes. Airplane generates economic growth, creates jobs, and facilitates international trade and tourism. However, it has negative impact to the environment such as increased use of fuel, increased pollution. As humans travel globally, they carry and spread disease from one area of the world to another. Ecosystems destroyed to build runways, and effects of pesticides on organisms other than the crops sprayed. The third discussion, biosafety and scientific uncertainty. Biosafety and biosecurity. Biosafety is a strategic and integrated approach to analyzing and managing relevant risks to human, animal, and plant life and health and associated risks for the environment. It is based on recognition of the critical linkage between sectors and the potential for hazard to move within and between sectors with system-wide consequences. Biosecurity refers to the measures aimed at preventing the introduction and or spread of harmful organisms to animals and plants and humans in order to minimize the risk of transmission of infectious disease. Concepts of biosafety. Since the ultimate aim is to eliminate or minimize biological contamination, there are three important concepts in the field of biosecurity. First, biological hazard is the potential risk of uncontrolled exposure to biological agents that cause disease. The second, biocontainment are measures used to prevent infectious disease from leaking from research centers or other places where they may be produced. And the third, bioprotection is a set of measures taken to reduce the risk of loss, theft, misuse, or intentional release of pathogens and toxins, including those governing access to facilities, materials, storage, and data and publication policies. Standards and elements of biosafety. Biosafety is a complex discipline which is not devoid of dangers. That is why it's so crucial to have a set of rules and bodies prevent biological hazards derived from exposure to infectious biological agents. The principles and components of biosecurity can be summarized as follows. Standard. Workers who handle potentially contaminated biological agents must be aware of the risk and master the practices and techniques required to do their job safely. Universality. Biosafety measures must be observed by everyone because everyone is at risk of carrying pathogenic microorganisms. Barriers. On the one hand, immunization or vaccines, and on other, primary barriers, safety equipment, gloves, suits, and masks, and secondary barriers from insulated work areas to hand washers and ventilation systems. Elimination. All waste generated must be disposed of in strict compliance with specific procedures suited to the type of material. Scientific uncertainty. All science is inherently uncertain. Two key factors that contribute to science's inherent uncertainty are the complexity of natural phenomena and human limitations. Although the challenges posed by these two factors can be somewhat mitigated by way of scientific methods of investigation and the use of precise mathematical formulations, neither can be fully done away with. As a result, all science, no matter how precise or careful the methods it employs, is inherently uncertain. This is important to realize not only for truly understanding the nature of science, but also for appreciating that pointing out uncertainties that exist in domains like climate science, evolution, and vaccination in no way undercuts their claims to being legitimate, trustworthy science. Assignments. Write down 3 technologies you use daily that you feel you could not live without. Consider and explain the impact of each technology to the environment, both positive and negative impact. Thank you for joining in this meeting and see you in the next meetings. Bye-bye.